We spawned at a zoo. I guess we were there to look at animals when the zombies arrived. Then again, zombies are kind of animal, so I get to look at more animals. That said, these animals are trying to eat me, so I best scalper. The zoo was built right next to a set of woods, the perfect hiding place for any escaping animals. We managed to lose the horde apart from a couple of zombie runners, which we bonked with a bonking stick. There's a convenient log cabin right outside the woods. I'm not sure who built it since the woods are part of a major city. It's pretty clear the only option we had was to break in. It's quite a suspicious cabin and I want to find out what's inside of it. There's nothing really great inside of it, so I assume the log cabin owner forgot to stock up for the apocalypse. The real find is on the roof. There's a brick chimney there, and when there's a brick chimney there's usually bricks, which is one of those premier anti-undead throwing tools. Later on, we go closer to a town while I'm armed with my new weapons. Since we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, a zombie starts chasing me around. Prepare to witness the mighty power of Great Brick. I admit it ain't as great as I thought, but it's a really good makeshift weapon. With my first brick kill under my belt, we break into one of the nearby houses for some supplies. The tool cabinet is a priority, since you need tools to craft stuff. Trust me when I say this, the game is 90% crafting and prepping. All this running away from zombies has made me quite peckish, so let's see what's on the menu, shall we? Let's start off with some milk and grapes. Pear, yummy. How about several handfuls of fruit jam? Let's finish our first meal with a whole ass raw onion and a cup of yogurt for health. Eating in zombie apocalypses tend to make me quite tired, so I'm glad I can go to bed. I think we've survived our first day. Like most adults with a healthy sleep schedule, we wake up at 3 AM. For breakfast, we have a healthy block of cheese and 3 beers. It's quite dangerous when it's dark out, so we go back to the room and craft until the morning. Like how ancient artisans used to craft under candlelight, I craft under smartphone light. Just like a time so old, dawn brings with it randomly wandering zombies. So let's march forth, bricks in hand, so we can give them an early morning welcome. After killing 3 zombies, I think I've proven that the brick is mightier than a pen, because the pen cannot kill zombies. For those of you who need to know, it takes about 11 bricks to kill a cop zombie. We struck the jackpot with this particular cop zombie. The guy had a stun gun, a tag vest, a baton, and even a Glock. The baton is especially useful. Even though it's normally a less than lethal weapon, with proper application it can definitely become more than lethal. There's a mysterious lock building right next to our home. Earlier on, I crafted a lockpick using a butter knife and a wire. How about we put it to good use, shall we? It turns out the door is rigged with an alarm. I discovered this the hard way by filling a lockpick the door several times. You might think the police response will be a little bit slow because all the cops have did, but it turns out that the cop robots are working just as hard as they can. That's something I can take advantage of. They seem to prioritize the zombies over me. I'm assuming this is because the zombies are trying to actively blow them up, while I'm just sitting there being little old me. I guess that means the moral of the story is, committing crime is good because it means the police will come and beat up your enemies for you. It's been an awfully stressful day, so how about we take our stress out by breaking down our neighbor's front door? You always hear that breaking down barriers is good, so what's wrong with a more practical display? I might have a minor hoarding issue. I grab everything inside a neighbor's house and I'm dragging it out using both my arms. Unfortunately for me, it turns out that it's still illegal to break down your neighbor's door, even in the apocalypse. Another cop bot waiting in the woods tries to get me. I gotta admit, I think the police robot might be just as stressed as me. Let's help the guy channel his stress in a more productive direction, shall we? If we're fast about it, I should be able to get his loot back home before the cop bot notices. Now for stage 2 of getting crafting materials. Let's break down everything in the house. By that I mean systematically smashing every bit of furniture at home. That's right, every single felony I've done so far has been to get crafting materials. This is a crafting game, don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Crafting is power, trust me. For example, we can craft this great pipe mace, which is like a pipe mace but greater. With another exhausting day under our belt, I better get some sleep. Sleep is important regardless for work or surviving zombies.
Brains.
Let's start off today by pumping some zombies to get my blood pumping. Now that I'm limber and ready to go about my day, how about we get revenge on the locked door from yesterday? By that I mean we smash it right open. Surprise everyone! We broke into a pharmacy. As a non-American, I have no idea if American pharmacies are just like those in game. If so, American pharmacies are a pretty crazy place to be, huh? Multivitamins, first aid, snack food to try and get kids, that's all pretty normal. But who's sewing kids with alls? Oxidizer powder? That's one of the key ingredients for toxic gas and napalm. Trust me when I say I'll make good use of all of this in the future. I haven't checked the back room yet, but I'm pretty sure that's where they're hiding all the goodies. Prescription sedatives and stimulants. Opposite ends of the same spectrum maybe, but both will be very handy to me. 3 different kinds of opiates, useful if I'm in a lot of pain, or if I need a quick mood boost. Not to mention plenty of flu shots, so I can make myself stronger with every single flu shot I take. Before we leave, I think there might still be stuff outside. I should probably go and get it. The magazines in this world are pretty crazy. You go from learning how to sew cat ears to how to make a homemade musket. Don't ask me why. The pharmacy had an wood saw in it. You know, for cutting down trees. Every kid wants to cut down a tree. Don't tell me you don't want to, so let's give it a try, shall we? I wasn't really paying attention to where the tree was falling, so now there's a massive tree-sized hole inside our house. Silver lining and whatnot, I managed to make a quarter staff from the tree. I'm hoping to harness its house collapsing powers. A little bit later, I make sure to consume all the knowledge inside those magazines, so I can become the best I can be, of course. Ignore the sneaky computer gaming mag. It's been quite a tiring day, hasn't it? We got a lot done though, and I'm hoping that tomorrow will be even more exciting than today. With another night under my belt, I go out into the world. The police spot from 2 days ago is still fighting zombies. That means this is a perfect opportunity for me to cut out these leather chaps and belts on zombie bodies. The leather patches will make some really good and tough armor. Looks like I won't be able to get it done. The police spot just finished off his last zombie, and it's coming right at me. I'm able to lure some zombies into distracted, so I can make a quick getaway. But I'm not out of the woods yet. I bump into a new bot, the Riot Bot. Armed with a nasty tear gas, it also has a nice and calming relaxation gas. But its most potent weapon is a strong flashlight, which it shines at your eyes to blind you. Fortunately, a bunch of zombies show up at just the right time, so I'm able to get away. On the way home, I give an ATM a quick whack. This should spawn some more robots. While the robots want to arrest and handcuff me, the zombies want to kill me, so I think I'd rather have some more robots to help me against the zombies. Home sweet home, we finally made it back, and you know what? I think I'm going to practice some first aid to try and calm down a little. Naturally, it's right now that a hidden police spot springs out at me. This time I decide to be more definitive, so I draw it to an exposed sewer outlet where I trap it between some pipes. Another nasty surprise, the police and Riot Bot from earlier are here to get revenge on me. The Riot Bot blinds me and I run straight into some zombies. In the chaos, they both start fighting, so I make sure to scalper. Just 5 feet away from the fighting, I see some tasty glazed tenderloins. I've never been one to waste food, so I make sure to gobble them up. At this point I have no idea what's going on, but somehow the police and Riot Bot got trapped inside a greenhouse, and they're filling it up with gas. In my mad panic to try and escape the situation, I dive into a house. Stroke of luck and whatnot, I find some ammo, tools and food. Pretty much everything I could use, thank you. And even better, a fully functional workbench that's really useful for reducing crafting time. That's assuming I can lug it home. It's very heavy if you can believe. So we spend the next several hours trying to drag this workbench home while zombies try to get a nibble out of me. It was very tiring. I need to take advantage of the reduced crafting time from the workbench, so I craft a digging stick. It's a stick with a squash end and you can use it to dig pits. Now that we've made it, I clearly need to test this thing out, so I dig a random hole in our front lawn. While I'm digging the hole, multiple zombies attack me, not to mention I'm freezing to death. But I gotta persevere, this hole will not dig itself. With the hole dug, we find out that the lawn contains mostly dirt. I really don't want to waste the effort I spent digging that hole though, so using my frostbitten fingers I drag that pile of dirt back home. With my body thoroughly exhausted from dragging that workbench and digging that hole, I collapse into bed, surrounded by a massive pile of dirt. See you all tomorrow morning, yeah? We wake up at 4 AM and can't go back to bed, so let's go for a walk to try to clear my head. Zombie Society is a very active nightlife, but no fun's allowed when I'm around, so I power any zombies I bump into. Wandering blindly at night, we find a pizza delivery van. It's full of pizzas and energy drinks, everything a 20-year-old needs to sustain itself. After a meal, we head back home, and like a disapproving parent, there's a Riot Bot waiting there for us. The zombie method seems to work out well, so once again we draw it to a bunch more zombies. I'm quite sick of cops trying to arrest me, so this time I give it a couple of whacks to try and take it down. My quarterstaff harmlessly bounced off it, and in retaliation it hit me very hard. Don't mess with Riot Bots, kids. After a hasty retreat, we find out that this small American town has a local wizard school. We have to break into it. I want to learn magic, and I'm pretty sure the best place is the wizard school. The main attraction in Wizard School seems to be a 3D printing room. It also has enchanting gear, so you can make enchanted 3D printed objects. Far more prominently, a very angry plastic golem. The only thing separating me and the golem is a thin glass door. Let me explain my logic. I've been using police bots to kill zombies, right? This plastic golem looks very angry and can kill a lot of zombies, so what if I lure it out and use it to kill zombies? I guess the plastic golem really isn't the grapefruit sort. It immediately punched me in the face. When I tried to run away, it chased me down and pummeled me to death. Not a good way to go.